Muscle weakening as a result of aging or conditions like diabetes is a major risk factor for falls and should be considered when assessing falls risk. While there are a range of different methods to reliably measure foot and ankle muscle strength in a laboratory setting, these methods are not yet widely adopted as part of standard clinical practice. The Enhanced Paper Grip Test is a simple screening test that can be used to measure lower limb strength. It involves placing a card underneath a person's big toe, asking them to try to grip it, and then measuring the force that is needed to fully remove the card. We have evidence indicating that this simple measurement is representative of the strength of the foot and ankle muscles, and that it is associated with a person's ability to maintain their balance. It is easy to do, anyone can be trained to do it, and it does not need access to expensive specialised equipment. It therefore lends itself to community testing. In this video, we will demonstrate the test and explain how to use it effectively. To do the test, you need a standard business card, a dynamometer that can record peak pulling forces, and a grip to connect the two. Here you can see the structure we are using. A 3D printable file of this design can be downloaded from our website. You can use this file to produce your own grip through 3D printing. There are many available types of dynamometers that can be used, digital and dial, and they can be sourced from many manufacturers. A dynamometer that can measure up to 100 Newton pulling force with an accuracy that is smaller than 1 Newton is adequate for testing in a general older population. Lower capacity and higher accuracy dynamometers might be needed for testing in frail populations where pulling force is likely to be significantly lower. During testing, the participant needs to be seated on a sturdy seat, preferably without armrests. An adjustable chair without wheels or even a stool could be used. In this case, the participant could be placed with their back to a wall. The feet should be on a flat and firm floor, so no carpet. How grippy the floor is can have an effect on the outcome of the test. In other words, a more grippy floor will make it more difficult to pull the card than a less grippy floor. To ensure consistency, please tape a standard A4 page to the floor in the area where you're going to do the test. Ask the person to remove shoes, socks, and to sit on the chair. Before starting the test, you need to use a wet tissue to clean the big toe. While you wait for their skin to dry, explain the test. Don't forget to highlight the importance of maintaining the right posture during testing. They should be facing forward with their back straight and hip, knees and ankles at 90 degrees. Explain the test as follows. I want you to sit comfortably with your back against the backrest and your hands hanging by the side. I will place a small piece of cardboard under your big toe and I will ask you to try to grip it as hard as you can. Then I will gradually pull the paper from under your toe to measure your gripping strength. The test will finish when I successfully pull the card from under your toe. Each test will last about 2 seconds. We will do 3 tests on each foot. Please remember that it is very important to grip using only your big toe. To do that, you need to keep your heel flat on the floor. Also, you should stop your foot from sliding forward during testing. Do a trial test for them to make sure that they have understood what you want them to do. Make sure the dynamometer reads 0 at the start and set it to record peak pulling force. Place the card under their big toe only. Make sure it is as clear as possible from the second toe. Check that their toe is relaxed. Double check their posture is correct. Ask them to grip. Once you are sure they are gripping, then start pulling. The card should move about 1 centimeter per second. It is important to keep a consistent pulling rate between tests and participants. To control your speed, you could use distant markings on the ground or a metronome. During testing, avoid looking at the readings on the screen and encourage them to keep gripping. Once the test is over, tell them to relax. Write down the reading of the dynamometer, making sure the participant does not see the reading. Repeat the test for the other foot. Make sure that you keep at least 30 seconds between consecutive tests in the same foot. Alternating between feet allows you to have this resting time without prolonging the duration of the test. Repeat the test 3 times per foot. The average of the 3 measurements is the force for each foot. We hope you have found this video useful. If you have any questions regarding this test, please don't hesitate to contact us. On our website, you will find our contact details, and you will also find everything you need to get started using this test: the instruction manual and a 3D printable file for the card holder. We would also be very interested to hear from you about your experience using the test. Please complete the short survey on our website.